What's up, wrestling fans? So, the Raw ratings are out. We knew it was going to be bad. I mean, guys, we knew this was going to be terrible. I mean, based on, what we saw last night, man. This was a just bland Raw that didn't hit at all for me. And we said it. We said we can't wait for the Raw ratings. I tweeted it out today. I can't wait for the Raw ratings today. And they were as garbage as expected. I actually even thought that they were going to drop to the all-time lowest rating ever. I was ready to put money on that, to be honest. I would have said that the worst Raw of all time. It ended up being the third worst third hour of all time. And it is one of the lowest rated shows of all time, in the top 10 lowest rated shows of all time on Raw. Maybe in the top 5 even. I don't know the specific numbers. I don't think quite. Yeah, we had a 1.728 million back on June 1st, which was one of the worst. May 4th, we had a 1.6 this year. Recently, numbers had gone up a little bit to the 1.7, 1.8s, 1.9s. We had 1.9 for a couple weeks in a row, and yeah, now we draw Raw June 29th, 2020, draws a 1.735, so 1,735,000, and a not a very good rating in the 18 to 49 demo. And the third hour especially was trash, because the first 2 hours were just so bad, and there really wasn't a cliffhanger, mostly anything that really interested you to watch the entire episode of Raw. Like, there was nothing that was going to make you watch the entire episode of Raw. So, anyway, that being said, those are the Raw ratings. That's what I think. I think you'll get more of this if they continue to keep giving us this type of garbage. I got one other story real quick that you want to hear about that, but I want to say that, unfortunately, Patreon, the scheduling button didn't work for me. Morning Madness was supposed to drop for you guys this morning on Patreon, and it didn't drop, so it's going up in a few minutes. I also got delayed because my car broke down, but we found out it was the battery. I ended up just getting a battery, and then the battery worked, and put the battery in. Then the kids all wanted to go for a drive, and then the whole family wanted to go for a drive, which is weird because nobody ever wants to do anything. A lot of times you got to get people out there. So we got everybody out there, and yeah, it was a fun time. So I took a little bit of a break, but I'm fixing the upload for Morning Madness on Patreon, and also Honestly Podcast with me and Tommy is coming as well. Vince McMahon's net worth, during the pandemic, during everything going on right now, Vince McMahon, and by the way, shout out to these producers on the Patreon, thank you. More names to be added later. Vince McMahon's net worth has actually gone up, if you can believe it or not. It's gone up 10% during COVID-19. According to a report by the consortium, an advocacy group that works with Forbes on estimates, 14 billionaires have seen their wealth increase amid COVID-19 pandemic. 400,000 people in a state of lost jobs. These guys are going up. Vince McMahon's salary net worth has gone up 10% since March. McMahon's net worth. How do you do that when you're failed XFL and you lose all that money? I don't understand how that exactly happens. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if they list it here. McMahon's base salary was reportedly $1.4 million in 2020. That number does not include stocks, awards, non-equity incentive. Mostly McMahon, just makes his money off of the fact that he owns so much stock in the company. He doesn't need to pay himself. He doesn't really. Pays himself $1.2 million or $1.4 million. That's like nothing for a guy that owns the entire deal that created it. You know what I mean? He would probably make less than Cena makes per year if Cena was back full time with the company. But but he doesn't even need the salary because the money coming in from his stocks and his securities there. But I'm sure so I don't have a problem with that, but it's amazing that he's up 10% during the pandemic. And this is the reason why you're going to get this subpar product, guys, because you've heard me say it a million times that nobody's going anywhere because they haven't come for the water coolers yet. remember, it took them being damn near out of money for Vince to change the company into the Attitude Era. It took the water company coming for the friggin' coolers, allegedly, according to Bruce Pritchard and several other people. It took them losing their water bubblers for Vince McMahon to be like, we got to do something or we're done. Even while losing to WCW and losing revenue and house show revenue and everything going down and dropping to some of the lowest it ever did back in the mid-90s in 1995, 6, and 7, Vince McMahon would have never made a move if they hadn't come for the water coolers. And that's why nowadays, right now, he certainly ain't going to make much of a move when he's up 10% and he's a billionaire and the company still makes millions and still profits hugely despite the mishandling and potential illegal allegations as it goes with the WWE Network and their stocks and stockholders. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to say is coming next. But what I do know is I got to put out some more videos and do some more research on the news today. And maybe I'll put out some more videos. I don't know. And I hope you guys join me over on Patreon. And I hope you join me tonight for Tuesday Night Throwdown. We got probably some stuff to talk about tonight on Throwdown. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I was working on a lot of things today, so, you know, I there may be some things that I missed, or I haven't done any research on what's been going on today in the world because I've just been so caught up in my car's battery and the family stuff that we did today. But I'm staring at the news now, and there's a lot of weird stuff, man. The theories on Dr. Disrespect alone could... Like, you could do an hour on that. There's just so much stuff going on. So, anyway, I hope you guys come over to the Patreon, and you guys will get Morning Madness, and Morning Madness is back this week, all week, and every week. And me and Tommy's Honestly podcast, so much more. See you guys over there on the Patreon. Check out my Patreon, guys. 340 of you have. There's over 1,000 podcasts that we've done on there over the last 4 years, that you can search for anything now. And also remember to put in your zip code for your tax. It helps us out with tax. There's a new tax question on there. Just heads up about that. It's not a big deal, but take a look at it. We'll see you guys in a few tonight live.
Become a member of the Cronin Club
Throwdown
by going to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Get 8 hours of bonus content a week not seen on YouTube. YouTube doesn't like the controversial stuff, but I am free to do what I want to do on Patreon. They won't be taking down these videos, so get the following for just $5 a month. Access to polls, the Corrupted podcast, every week, Morning Madness, the ability to download all audio to save your data plan, episodes of Monetize This, uploaded in audio form, all of my audio song parodies available for download and listenability on the Patreon app. Direct contact with me, the community, on your PC or the Patreon mobile app. All this and so much more available on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Join the Cronin Club today.
Hey guys, one more thing. In a few minutes, we should have some videos popping up for you guys to continue watching my channel, some suggestions. But again, I want to say thank you to the $25 patrons, the producers of the Joe Cronin Show, the people who go above and beyond on Patreon to keep my show running. Can't do without you guys like ADTR 210, Antoine Pleasant, Arknolia Strokelbean, and Bryan Harper, CJ Bradley, ColdBrewKrew, Doobie Games, Drew Bar 100, Duane Crenshaw, Frog Kid, Gary Metzler, Gerald Armstrong, Gordon Bombay, Jacob Fuego, Stars Scream, Jason Tarr, JDVenom, Jeremy Brooks, John Steller, Joseph Lightsey, Kalel Bama, Matt Rossmeier, Mikey Gwaz from Brooklyn, Mike Torian, NickY J, Spiderland Leafs Fan, Steveo, Talk to Me Nice, and The Bear 1322. Thank you guys, and I'll see you tonight for Throwdown. Here's some other videos popping up that you might have missed, and we will catch you tonight. And now this video has been 9 minutes and 44 seconds long, so let's just wait with a blank screen and hit that 10-minute mark, and we can throw an ad in the middle of this. I'm sorry. You know what I mean. Enjoy the videos.